Hey, what's up guys, Totallydubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review on the Noontec Hammo TV wireless headphones. Now these headphones, as the name would suggest, are designed for TVs, as in TV setups where you'd want a wireless headphone so you can listen to your TV at night, for example, or you don't want to disturb your partner that's in the house or your kids or whatever it might be. However, this can also be used on other platforms apart from a TV. Now, I'll show you what you get in the box in just a second before I go into pricing. Now, in terms of pricing, you can find it for £120 on Amazon.co.uk and $120 in the USA. Yes, I don't know how we get always charged so much more, but that is the pricing. Now, given the fact that I'm in the UK, I'm reviewing it at the £120 price tag. Links will be down in the description below in case you're interested. Now within the box you're going to get the headphones, which I'll get into in just a bit with the build quality of the headphones themselves. You've got a dock, which is very much the most important part of the, apart from the headphones themselves, most important part because you're going to need this for your TV setup. What's really convenient is that Noontec have combined this with a headphone stand, which is really nice because you can just simply place your headphones like this on the stand itself. Or if you don't want that, you want to just discreetly put that in, you can just basically pop out these little prongs which go in, which you put in yourself, take them out and have a small little unit which sits just neatly under your TV, so it's for you to choose. Then in terms of inputs, now you're going to need the DC 5 volts input, which is provided, and I'll get into that in just a bit, via micro USB input. It's got also a DC out in order to charge your headphones if you so wish via the USB input, or you can also charge your smartphone, for example, if you so wish. You've got a reset, and then you've got auxiliary jack, which is needed to receive any sort of audio input into the device itself. It's very easy to operate. You just press the on button and then you just wait for it to pair with the headphones. Very easy process, I must say. Now you've also got a small little a bag over here in order to keep your headphones from getting any sort of dust, or if you want to take them on the go. So that's what you get as well. In terms of powering the device, you're going to need an adapter, and the adapters are provided. You've got both European and UK adapters. It's just a standard USB input, so you could use any sort of any sort of input you find around the house, but these are the two which are provided, which is great that you've got both European and UK. You've got a female 3.5mm jack to two male RCA jacks. Now as you can see, this is designed for TV, so you can use RCA inputs right there. Obviously you can buy these adapters through eBay or whatever sort of means you want, but it's provided in the box, which is great to see. You've got two 3.5mm jack interconnects. They're around, I would say, around about 1.5 meters to 2 meters length. I could be wrong, but around that sort of length. They've got a purple-esque color to them and a flat line cable. And the reason you get two is because one can be plugged into your mobile, whilst the other one can be plugged directly for your TV. So in other words, you don't have to unplug your TV every time if you want to use your headphones as a normal headphone without any sort of Bluetooth or wireless connection. So it's good that Noontec have actually thought about that. Now you've got the micro USB to USB connector. Now this is used to charge the headphones themselves. The micro USB input is actually used. This is used with a micro USB for the docking stand. Micro USB input goes there. USB goes into the wall adapter. In terms of charging the headphones, the reason I got just confused there is because actually they charge via 3.5mm jack to USB. So yes, you plug in your 3.5mm jack and then you plug in your USB into the wall adapter or the base station over here, and that will charge your headphones. Now the headphones have got a quoted 50 hours of life. I can't really say or comment on that because I haven't used them for that long. However, that's what is quoted, so expect around that sort of battery life. You've also got a set of manuals which are actually quite useful in terms of setting up. So there's a lot included in the box, which is fantastic to see. Now in terms of the headphones themselves, they are relatively okay in terms of build quality. However, Noontec haven't fixed this sort of build quality. It just isn't something that would really urge of something that you think is kind of a premium product at £120. It just feels like a flimsy sort of plastic headphones that you'd find from China, for example. So it's unfortunate that you haven't really addressed that. It has got a good sort of tension, but you can hear that sort of plastic sound, it's just not very, well, it's not something that's quite appealing when you first get it out of the box, let's put it that way. Inside the top of the build, you've got a solid plastic frame, well, solid give or take, with a Noontec logo at the top. You've got a padding at the top, which is nice in terms of comfort. The padding on the ears are very soft. Wearing with glasses was absolutely no problems. They've got an oval shape as well, which means that even over my big ears, they fit perfectly over the ear. On the left-hand side, you've got on and off button, a play pause button as well, and volume up and down also, which double up as a previous and next. A 3.5mm jack underneath it, as I said, to connect up the headphones or to charge them. And other than that, you've got sort of adjustment of the headband up and down, which is very, I would say, very limited in terms of how big it can go in terms of head size, so you should bear that in mind. And in terms of the actual look of it, it looks nice. It's got a brushed aluminium look with a Noontec logo over here. It looks kind of a premium product until you pick it up, which makes it feel kind of flimsy. So unfortunately, the build quality, again, I'm not a fan of what Noontec have done over here. It's just something I should comment on. Again, it's just something I just didn't like. When I got it out the box, I just was like, it just feels flimsy, it feels like it's going to break. But they are solid, you know, they're not going to break anytime soon, and they're relatively lightweight, which is a plus in terms of wearing them for a long period of time on your head. Now, what about the sound quality and what about the setup? So first of all, with my TV, with my TV, I did not have an RCA output. I only had components. Now, even though I tried to output it via RCA, via the two 3.5 of the two RCA jacks, it would not do it. My LG TV wouldn't do it. So you'd want to make sure that you've got this. Regardless, if you don't have RCA, you can always go via 3.5mm jack, as there's those two 3.5mm jacks. You connect one end to the receiver and the other end goes into your TV via 3.5mm jack headphone output. Obviously RCA would be preferred, but if not, you can do via 3.5mm jack. Now, in order to do my testing, what I did is I put it through my smartphone as if I was using the smartphone as a 3.5mm jack, going through the receiver and then it wirelessly transmitting to the headphones. Now, the wireless transmission was fantastic. Via the receiver, I got around 10 to 12 meters of range. Over Bluetooth, that means Bluetooth 4.0 with the headphones straight to the smartphone, which is something that you can do as well, so you can take them on the go and then come home and then pair it up with the with the receiver. I had 15 meters through walls, which was fantastic in terms of coverage. Now, I must say, over the receiver, I received better quality transmission because I had aptX codec, which was being transmitted, whereas over Bluetooth, you got SBC, which does reduce the quality of the Bluetooth transmission, which is a shame. I would have liked aptX being transmitted straight from the headphones to the to your smartphone. However, that was not the case. You got aptX via the receiver to the headphones only. Regardless, the quality was very good in terms of the transmission. I had no sort of problems. Now, in terms of the sound quality of the headphones themselves, I was actually surprisingly, well, I was surprised, let's put it that way. In terms of the bass, you've got a nice sort of rumble which extends on the headphones. Given with the pads as well, you've got a nice sort of spacious bass. It's not too jumbled up or not really controlled. It has a nice sort of control and precise tone to it. It's a little bit overdone in the mid-bass region, which does leak into the mids. However, the bass has a decent impact, and you will hear it in movies or even through your music. In terms of the mids, they were a little bit recessed and a little bit pushed back, but not to the point that it upset me. It's just to the point that I felt that, okay, these are not the top-end headphones that you can expect. Obviously, given the fact that £120, you can only expect so much. And at that range, at that price point, and the frequency range that I got through the mid-range was actually very impressive and something that I wouldn't really complain about. In terms of the highs, they had a nice little sparkle at the end. They were rolled off at the top end of the spectrum. However, they did sound quite nice and give a little great in terms of cymbals. Now, in terms of the soundstage, I was also again impressed. They had a nice width and depth to them. Something that I was really surprised about, because really the Noontec wireless headphones that I had previously reviewed were really terrible in terms of that. So a great improvement. I don't know what they've done with the drivers, but they're fantastic in terms of the overall sound. Now, would I recommend the headphones as as an overall headphone. Now, for £120, that is a lot of money to ask for a headphone that's relatively unknown. However, that's nothing to go against it, because there's a lot of companies out there which are unknown and yet produce fantastic sort of sound quality or value for money. And in this case, the Hammo TV is a fantastic value for money option for people who want to use something at home with their TV or any sort of input via 3.5mm jack, and they don't want to use their Bluetooth connection, but rather use a Bluetooth connection what's paired over here, or they want to use the headphones on the go as well as coming home to use it with a TV. So definitely recommend them. They're fantastic sort of headphones for that purpose, and if you're looking for something in the market for those, then I would definitely suggest them. There we go, guys. That's a full review, independent, unbiased review as always. Make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below of what you think, and there we go. Take care, guys. TotallyDubbed out. Bye bye.